I want one of these goldfish so bad.
I want one.
See if you can guess which one I'm talking about. You might even be lucky enough to already own one. So this fish is the cutest goldfish there is. Its little face sometimes looks like a little chicken. It has a wen on its head and beautiful flowing fins. The color I want is black and white. Have you guessed yet? It's the Panda Oranda. The best choice for my next fish. But before I buy my next little buddy to add to my aquariums, don't judge. I bet you have more than one also. Let me know in the comments.
I would have gone 10.
I love hearing about other people's fish. Yes, before I buy one, a Panda Oranda, I need to learn all about them. I have to know who their relatives are and where they originally came from. How big do they get? What size tank will my Panda Oranda need? How long do they live? What food do they like? What other fish are Panda Oranda happy to live with? What temperature will my tank need to be? What substrate best suits them? Can I grow plants in his tank? How will I even know if he's a he or a she? So many questions. I got to work researching all of them and decided to share my findings in this video for all the other Panda Oranda fans out there. If you have any I forgot to cover, please let me know in the comments and I will be straight on to finding the answer. Panda Oranda goldfish have become one of the most popular goldfish varieties among beginner and advanced aquarists alike. However, despite their popularity, many people are unaware of where these fancy goldfish actually came from.
Where they come from, where they going.
Well, today we're going to look at the fascinating history of this fish that dates back over 400 years. So where did the Panda Oranda actually come from? Well, in order to answer that question, we first need to go back to its ancestors, the common carp. Common carp are native to Europe, Asia, and Africa and have been selectively bred by humans for thousands of years for food. They were one of the first animals to be domesticated and are even mentioned in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics dating back to 2000 BC. As time went on, people started noticing variations within the carp population, such as black carp, white carp, and golden carp. At first, these variations were rare, but eventually more and more were found, especially in China.
In China!
Eventually, people in China began selectively breeding these variations for size, color, and shape. And one of the varieties that they selectively bred was the goldfish. Goldfish are believed to have been selectively bred from common carp sometime during the Song dynasty, which lasted from 960 to 1279 AD. However, there is evidence that suggests that they may have been bred much earlier, as early as the 3rd century BC during the Han dynasty.
Wow! That is unbelievable!
During the Song dynasty, it was common practice to keep fish in small garden ponds. And it's believed that the goldfish was selectively bred for this purpose. People wanted fish that would stay small enough to live in the ponds, but also be colorful and interesting to look at. Over time, this selective breeding resulted in the goldfish that we know today. But the goldfish wasn't the only variation of the carp that people were selectively breeding. They were also creating variations like the Wuchang bichi, which is also known as the Chinese bichi. The Wuchang bichi has a single red spot on the side of its body and is one of the oldest varieties of goldfish. It's believed that the Wuchang bichi was created sometime during the Ming dynasty, which lasted from 1368 to 1644. This would have been around the same time when the black Moorish goldfish was also created. Black Moorish goldfish were selectively bred for their black coloration and large scales. However, the Panda Oranda didn't become popular until much later. In fact, the Panda Oranda is a fairly new variety of goldfish that was created in Japan during the Showa era, which lasted from 1926 to 1989. The exact origins of the breed are unknown, but it's believed that they were created by crossing the Oranda goldfish with the black Moor. The result was a goldfish with the white head and red markings of the Oranda, but with the black scales of the Moor. Interestingly, the name Oranda itself comes from the Japanese word for Holland, which is Oranto. This is because the Dutch were the first Europeans to import goldfish into Japan. Unfortunately, we don't know much about the early days of the Panda Oranda, but we do know that they quickly became popular among Japanese fish keepers. In fact, they were so popular that they were featured in several books and magazines during the Showa era. Today, the Panda Oranda is still one of the most popular varieties of goldfish in Japan, and they can be found in many different colors, including white, black, orange, yellow, and red. They are also popular in the United States and other parts of the world. Okay, so we could basically say they are Japanese. They have been in Australia, the UK, and the States for many generations now, so whichever country you're in, your fish is a citizen of that country, meaning it will understand English, no problems. On we go. What are the water parameters that they require? Panda Oranda are a cold water fish that prefer temperatures between 64 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. They're also quite hardy and can tolerate a wide range of water conditions. However, it's important to note that while they can tolerate a wide range of water parameters, they will thrive best if their tank mimics their natural environment. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it means that your water should be slightly alkaline with a pH between 7.4 and 8.2. The ideal hardness level is between 8 and 12 dGH, which is considered to be moderately hard water. Of course, these are just guidelines and your fish may vary. For example, some Orandas may be able to tolerate softer water than 8 dGH, but generally speaking, they prefer harder water. Also, if you plan on keeping them outdoors, they will be fine as long as you live in a moderate climate. However, if you live in a colder climate, you may need to install a heater and a filter to keep them comfortable. These goldfish are renowned for their hardiness and disease resistance, making them a great choice for both novice and experienced fish keepers. They can tolerate a wide range of water conditions and are less prone to common goldfish ailments. This hardiness contributes to their popularity as a beginner fish and ensures they can adapt well to different environments. Aquarium salt at 1 tablespoon per gallon is the first measure of defense to try, should your Panda Oranda get sick. Of course, check for ammonia and nitrites in the tank. 50% water changes daily until both are at 0. You should also halve feeding while working to get those numbers down. The next step, I believe, is making sure the temperature is between 65 degrees to 75 degrees, 18 to 24 OC. They can tolerate much warmer water if they are from that temp climate, and also cooler if from that climate. Sudden shocks with big temp differences can make your panda unwell, so be mindful when doing water changes to match the temp. When it comes to feeding your Panda Oranda goldfish, they are primarily omnivores, meaning they consume both plant matter and small animals. A high-quality diet consisting of a balanced blend of flakes, pellets, and frozen foods will keep them healthy and vibrant. It's essential to feed them regularly, but avoid overfeeding to prevent water pollution. Maintaining good water quality is crucial for the health and well-being of your Panda Oranda goldfish. Performing regular water changes and using a quality filter will help keep the water clean and prevent the buildup of harmful substances. Additionally, monitoring temperature fluctuations and maintaining a stable environment is essential for their overall well-being. Panda Oranda goldfish can grow to a maximum length of around 14 inches, making them a relatively small to medium-sized goldfish variety. Their compact size allows them to thrive in a wide range of aquarium sizes. However, it's always best to provide them with a spacious environment to swim and explore. If you enjoyed learning about the fascinating Panda Oranda goldfish and found this information helpful, we would love to hear from you in the comments section below. Your feedback means the world to us and inspires us to continue creating amazing content for you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this one. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.